Hello and welcome to some more Battleborn. I know, I fucking love this game, okay? And it deserves all the love in the world because a lot of people aren't giving it any, so I'm gonna love it with all of my heart. Also, this is the first time I've played the Saboteur and not gotten a huge lag spike at the beginning. I don't know why, but for the longest time my computer always struggled with smoke effects. Smoke and fog and all that shit just choked it. But, as I mentioned briefly in my past recording session, I finally installed my 1070. Well, I didn't mention that in the past. I mentioned I'd be picking it up and picked it up, but it's now installed along with a new power supply, but that's less exciting. Because people don't know power supplies as much, including myself. So, I don't even remember the fucking model. I just remember it's an EVGA that pumps out 600 watts. Beyond that, I don't know, except for that it seems to be working quite well. Unlike me right now, because that was embarrassing. Okay. Playing Melka, because I haven't played her in a while, but she's also one of the characters who I've leveled up a lot. I don't remember my rank with her, but it's up there. I think I have all of her skins except for the Mastery one and the green one. I don't know what that. I've been a little shaky with stuff this late in-game because I've been so focused about lore everywhere else. Because I am working on the new lore series and I've written some more of the Eldred episode, but now I'm questioning whether that should go up next or if I should make another episode first about the history of Solus, because there's a lot that go on there, like explaining why PvE is happening, because there is a lore explanation for why the Battleborn are fighting in PvE. There were several conflicts in Solus because there's lots of people and only so much space, blah blah blah. The UPR tried to settle Ekinar, but the Eldred were like, okay, no. Which is why the UPR is stuck on the shithole Bliss. Which is just a shitty planet. I say that, but honestly, of all the planets, I'd probably live on Bliss. Oh shit. No time to level up right now. I was being that team member. Never be that team member. Okay, let's just focus on killing brutes and then we can level up. Claw that fucker. They're above. Yep. Okay. Melka is one of the characters who really makes me think of Borderlands for the siren reasons I talked about in the Borderlands and Battleborn connection video that I made a while ago. I keep mentioning it, and that's because it's probably the favorite video that I've made, with the exception of maybe the first lore video, because I put an insane amount of time and learning and editing into making that, both with the lore itself and the learning the editing tricks to pan and zoom over an image. Which sounds simple, but like, with someone with minimal editing experience, it was kind of a hassle to get a hold of, but now that I do, I've used it a couple times. In one of the episodes of Battleborns I put up, I think it was the last part I put up, part 4, I edited some salt shakers, a small little animation thing. Okay, that's what I want. And I want the extra blade, because I want to be getting that out as much as possible on PvE. Another character I need to play is Toby, because I've never played him. I've been making a note to try and play more characters who I haven't played before. Like, I just played a couple matches as Montana. He's fun, he's not for me. It's definitely super unsatisfying to have that heat to worry about when you're firing. Because when you have that minigun, you just want to fire for fucking days and not let go of the trigger, but you can't. And I get why from a balance standpoint, but from a play standpoint, it's so unsatisfying. It's video game blue balls right there, but I digress. I've also been playing some Marquee. I don't normally like snipers because Like, I don't like realistic snipers in games, which is why I'm kind of liking Marquis a little bit more. Because, like, with Sniper Elite, I'm always so worried about making every shot count, I hesitate and don't end up taking the shot when I need to. So, it's kind of nice to play Marquis because he's very straightforward in how he plays. His complexity comes elsewhere, not from having to fucking aim and account for wind direction or any bullshit like that, or drop off. I don't know if he has drop off, actually. He might, but if so, it's fucking unnoticeable. I'm the lore expert, not the meta expert. I just play the game, I don't live it. Okay, let's grab the next level. I want the exploding enemies. That's what I want. Let's do some Slippy slides. It's a lot of something a lot of people miss in the game is that a lot of characters have like little special interactions. Like if you sprint and press the normal melee button with Melka, she does her slide kick. With Atticus, he like lurches forward and slashes down. Not everyone has one, but those that do tend to be pretty fucking awesome. Okay. Blade launcher time. Okay. This is the fastest I've ever seen the supervisor come out of that room. Normally he chills out in there for a little tiny bit. I need to get close so I can spike. Okay. There we go. It's actually super nice to be playing Melka because she's super mobile. And as much as I like Atticus and how it's easy to play and movable, it's just, there's still this sense of like, I'm this big fucking thrall. But with Melka, you don't get that. You get this like fast, light, assassin-y rogue style character, which I like. I'm a little worried about the team's defensive stature, including myself, because we just totally let that happen. That's somewhat normal because a lot of teams focus on the boss when he comes out, but it's still not great. Still not great. But going back, what is great is the 1070 because I have been having a ball with it. Even just like testing games that I previously had to run at like lesser settings is so awesome. The games I tested were like GTA 5, which I could run at full settings now with max settings, which is good because GTA 5 I could run at like medium settings, I want to say, before, with some lows, but the one thing that always bothered me was the hair. For some reason the hair textures were garbage at lower settings. Like, worse than anything else, and it bugged the shit out of me whenever there'd be a cutscene. And things would look nice, and then you'd see, like, the character's hair, and it just looked like fucking dry spaghetti. Little pet peeves like that, but now I don't have to worry about it because everything is on Ultra and looks beautiful. And it is so nice, and I love it. Like, I am so happy that, A, my computer didn't break during the upgrades, because I don't have a ton of experience installing parts myself. My 650, a friend's dad installed a while ago. That was fucking forever ago. And then my previous card, my 750, was it was a prefab, so I didn't have to worry about installing it. But with this, I put in the power supply myself and pretty much nailed it, except for I missed one connection to the hard disk, which my the next day when my friend Ben came over, he helped me out big time, so shout out to him. He's been my best friend since middle school, so like, fucking, it's been like a decade since I met him, so he's been around and that's pretty rad, but he's a big computer guy. I'm pretty sure his internship is at Twitter. He has I want to say paid internship at Twitter, so he's doing pretty well. Got into a really nice school, so good for him. But he helped me out big time with the graphics card and checked my work with the power supply. I missed the connection to the disk, but the hard disk, but that was it. And after that, we got it up and running. And now I have my dual monitor set up again, and I'm running Battleborn and many more games at max settings, and it is such a relief. Like, I was so worried because I mentioned it before. I made a whole video about it, about my Patreon and stuff, is that I'm basically in survival mode. So for me to spend money on something like this was a huge, like, general risk, and like if it hadn't panned out, I just would have been fucked in general. But the fact that it did work is just like, thank fucking God. Like, that is amazing, and I am so happy. Finally something going right.